As we saw in the last episode, the imperial examinations have officially begun in Chengdu County. There are 3 trials in total. The first was the reasoning test, which Changsheng and his companions passed with ease. But in the second round, they had to cross a divine essence maze. That's when Changsheng's enemies attacked him all at once. Standing his ground, Changsheng dominated over 100 cultivators, eliminating them from the contest, and finally qualified for the 3rd round. Now moving forward, as this episode begins, we see a huge crowd of cultivators cheering for those who qualified for the final round. No one could believe that all 4 disciples of the Orthodox Academy actually made it to the end. In fact, nobody expected Changsheng and his group to survive this far. But to win the final round, they must face the most powerful geniuses of the Divine Kingdom, and these prodigies are fully prepared to crush Changsheng and his allies. Meanwhile, the supervisor of the grand examination steps forward to congratulate them. Reaching the 3rd round is a massive achievement in itself. But this final round will be the most terrifying. Even if you are killed by your opponent, no action will be taken against them. Suddenly, mysterious doors begin to appear in front of the cultivators. The supervisor explains that with 16 cultivators remaining, 16 doors will open. Behind each door lies a miniature world containing their opponent. Only after defeating them will the exit portal appear. The one who steps out alive advances to the next stage, and this brutal cycle continues until there is a last man standing. The ultimate survivor will claim the number 1 rank. Destiny is just a lie. Only power will determine who wins today. All the cultivators enter their respective doors, which vanish instantly behind them. The doors will only reappear once the opponent is defeated. First, we see Changsheng's opponent, DONGHUA, ranked 11th on the Azure Clouds list. Thrilled to see Changsheng, he sneers, "Look at that, fate has brought us face to face once again." But Changsheng ignores him completely, refusing to waste energy on useless talk. Next, we see Tang 36's opponent, Guanbai, a disciple of the Mount Li sword sect. On another side, Xuanyuanpo is matched against Zhuang Zhiyuan, a truly dangerous adversary. Xuanyuanpo knows his opponent is extremely smart and powerful, but surrendering without a fight is a coward's trait. He resolves to give it everything he's got, no matter the outcome. Everyone still believes the Orthodox Academy has no chance of winning, as they are up against opponents thousands of times stronger. And with that, the final round of the Imperial examination officially begins. This segment is titled, "Their True Colors." What kind of power Changsheng and his companions reveal will unfold shortly. Now, an intense battle breaks out between Tang 36 and Guanbai. Guanbai taunts him. "That day you defeated Jian, but only because Changsheng was backing you up. On your own you could never beat him." In an instant, Tang 36 uses his sword to push Guanbai back, replying coldly, "A win is a win no matter how it's achieved. Stop talking rubbish and get to the point." Guanbai, ranked 8th on the Azure Clouds list, is far more powerful than Tang 36. He mocks him. "Tang 36, your cultivation is way below mine and no one is here to save you this time. If you know what's good for you, surrender now. It saves my effort and spares you a beating." Hearing this, Tang 36 leaps into the air. "How dare you look down on me? You might be a genius of the Divine Kingdom, but I don't give a damn." Tang 36 launches a barrage of sword strikes, but Guanbai counters effortlessly, boasting that he could easily defeat him with one hand. Guanbai uses the hilt of his sword to shove Tang 36 back. Refusing to back down, Tang 36 activates his setting Sun Sorter technique and charges at high speed. To counter, Guanbai unleashes an advanced technique, releasing a surge of overwhelming sword aura. That massive energy blasts against Tang 36's attack, knocking him backwards. Tang 36 realized that defeating this guy would be far from easy. Guanbai sneered at him. "You even burned your true essence to attack me, but even that won't work. If you have any strength left, try one more time." Deep down, Tang 36 began to think, "Guanbai is countering my every move. Hanshi must have guided him beforehand. That's why he's so confident." Refusing to give up, Tang 36 unleashed another powerful sword slash at Guanbai. But Guanbai stepped aside just in time, dodging it effortlessly. He mocked, "I actually like that move of yours. Come on, burn your true essence again. I want to weaken you bit by bit before crushing you." Tang 36 immediately activated another signature move, the Maple Leaf Tide Strike. As he did, numerous maple leaves formed from pure true essence floated into the air, sharp as razor blades and heavy as hammers. But Guanbai had a counter for this move as well. Swirling his sword instantly, he unleashed a lethal sword intent technique. The the crane shadow-piercing cry, a secret ultimate technique of the Mount Li sword sect. A massive tornado of sword intent erupted, manifesting the majestic phantom of a crane. Screeching loudly, the crane dove straight towards Tang 36. Tang 36 tried his absolute best to block the assault, but the crane's force slammed him brutally against a tree, knocking him to the ground. Even though Tang 36 was badly injured, he still refused to surrender before Guanbai. Guanbai taunted him. "No matter what technique you use, I already know its secrets. Believe me, your struggles are futile. I will defeat you with ease." The scene then cuts to the match between Xuan Yuanpo and Liu Yong. Spinning his heavy spear, Liu Yong boasted arrogantly, "Princess's guardian, luck is definitely not on your side today. I have reached the peak of the profound truth realm, while you are merely at the star illumination realm. There's a whole realm of difference between us, and if you check history, no cultivator at the star illumination realm has ever defeated someone in the profound truth realm." With those words, Zhe Xiu unleashed his full power and launched a direct strike at Princess Luoluo. But Luoluo dodged just in time, making his attack fail. Using her thunder whip, Luoluo began countering every one of his incoming strikes. However, during the intense clash, she was grazed by Zhe Xiu's ice lances. Reacting instantly, Luoluo leaped onto those very lances and shattered his attack. By then, Zhe Xiu activated his Destiny Star power, scoffing, "Anyone else would think twice before attacking you because of your status as princess of the demi-human race. But you're unlucky, your opponent is me. Whether you're a princess or an ordinary girl, I will crush you. You know as well as I do that there is a world of difference between our cultivation levels, so why don't you just surrender quietly?" Luoluo spun her whip and replied back, "You certainly talk too much." She immediately activated the Zhongshan Storm Sword, her heaven and earth-level sword technique. But Zhe Xiu remained unfazed, sneering, "I've never seen such a foolish girl. Your useless arrogance will be your downfall." He charged forward, using his heavy spear to clash against Luoluo's attack, causing a violent explosion that shook the arena. In the chaos, Zhe Xiu tried to slit Luoluo's throat with his spear blade, but she dodged in the nick of time and resumed countering with her thunder whip. Even so, Zhe Xiu held the upper hand due to his higher cultivation. Pushing Luoluo back, he summoned a massive giant weapon from the sky, hurtling directly towards her. To counter this deadly strike, Luoluo activated the Mount Li sword sect's Mountain Spirit Splitting Rock technique. With a single powerful slash, she completely destroyed Zhe Xiu's giant weapon. Watching this from the stands, the master of the Mount Li sword sect was stunned. "She actually comprehended and executed our sect's technique?" Master Jin chuckled in response. "After all, Princess Luoluo is the disciple of our master Changsheng. Changsheng himself is extraordinary, so how could his disciple lag behind?" The Mount Li sect master muttered under his breath, "Changsheng is nothing but a loser." Meanwhile, Xu Shiji, Xu Yurong's father, remarked, "Even though Princess Luoluo countered that move, she is still only at the star illumination realm. Defeating a cultivator in the profound truth realm will be nearly impossible. The gap in their raw power is far too massive." Right on cue, a barrage of ice lances surrounded Luoluo, trapping her completely in Zhe Xiu's deadly maneuver. The scene then cuts back to DONGHUA, who was facing Chen Changsheng. Huayu yelled in frustration, "I don't know what kind of spell you cast on Princess Luoluo to make her trust you so blindly. She doesn't know your true colors, but today I will tear off your masks of righteousness. Then she won't even stand to look at your face." Changsheng looked at him in surprise. "Ah? So you have feelings for my disciple, Princess Luoluo? Is that why you have such a personal problem with me?" Huayu snapped back. "Stop your nonsense. I still can't comprehend how you survived the second round. You should have died inside that maze. But luck brought you to the finals. Your luck ends here today. I brought the light sword with me. You don't stand a 1% chance of winning." Summoning countless phantom blades around him, Huayu bragged, "I prepared this move specifically for you." The 100th sword manifestation. Thousands of sword formations materialized in the sky. Facing this insane storm, Changsheng calmly drew his short blade. In the audience, the Mount Li sect master smiled in satisfaction. Huayu is wielding the sword of the Tiandao Academy's vice dean. It seems the southern cultivators are taking this battle very seriously. With that divine sword, Huayu will severely injure Chen Changsheng. The duel officially erupted. Huayu launched multiple flying swords, trying to slice Changsheng to pieces. But Changsheng moved like a shadow, swiftly dodging and parrying every single incoming blade. Changsheng thought to himself, This guy came fully prepared. He brought the sword of the Tiandao Academy's vice dean. I heard this weapon is a Star Fusion Realm artifact. The scriptures state that just 3 strikes from this blade can easily kill someone at the perfect ethereal marrow cleansing stage. Huayu declared with supreme confidence. No one can withstand the light sword. Even if you were at the profound truth realm, you wouldn't stand a chance against me. So stop running around pointlessly and wasting your energy. As Changsheng landed on the ground, Huayu materialized thousands of glowing swords in the air, all locked directly onto Changsheng. He sneered. You won't survive this attack. Prepare to die. Thousands of flying blades rained down on Changsheng all at once. Smirking arrogantly, Huayu turned to the supervisor. Go ahead and announce the results of this match, because I'm certain Changsheng won't be getting up from that. The scene cuts to Xuanyuanpo, who is slammed hard against a giant boulder. His opponent was Hanshi, who had memorized all 3,000 Taoist scriptures. Naturally, Xuanyuanpo was struggling severely against such a mastermind. Looking at the arena, all 4 disciples of the Orthodox Academy were now completely overwhelmed. The spectating cultivators felt pity for them, whispering, all 4 disciples of the Orthodox Academy got matched with terrifyingly strong opponents. If we were in their place, we would have surrendered long ago. The master of the Tiandao Academy shook his head in distress. Not a single disciple from the Orthodox Academy can overpower their opponent. I feel terrible for these kids. Their luck is terrible to face adversaries thousands of times stronger. The Mount Li sect master snorted. You're the master of Tiandao Academy, yet you feel sorry for the Orthodox Academy? General Xu Shiji added coldly. This examination is brutal. The only thing that matters is raw power. If the Orthodox Academy disciples are losing, they have no one to blame but themselves. If they were stronger, they wouldn't be in this desperate state. But the Pope, Holy Father, interjected calmly. The match is not over yet. I believe there is still life left in this battle. The camera shifts to Princess Luoluo, completely trapped inside Xuehe's icy mist. Her blood was gradually freezing into ice. She thought weakly, am I really going to lose this match? Seeing her state, Master Jin panicked, pleading with the Pope. Please save Princess Lu, Xu Shiji explained. This is Xuehe's ultimate technique, the Frost Dew. It freezes the very bone marrow of any cultivator. Anyone trapped in it has never escaped. It seems Princess Luoluo will be the first disciple from the Orthodox Academy to be eliminated. As consciousness faded, memories of Luoluo's father echoed in her mind. You must break through to the Star Fusion realm. If you fail, you will have to marry whoever I choose. You have only 2 options, become a supreme cultivator or become someone's wife. There is no third choice. Being a half-demi-human, she faced harsh prejudice. Without raw power, she couldn't even claim her right to the throne. Then her mother's words rang out. You must reach the pinnacle of cultivation or your parents will hang their heads in shame. Finally, the image of her master, Chen Changsheng, appeared in her mind. It was Changsheng who had healed her blocked meridians when no one else could. Luoluo declared to herself, My master cured my meridians. Can I really stop here? I promised to watch Master Changsheng win the imperial examination, and that only happens if I win my own battle first. She recalled a flashback from a few days ago, when she collapsed while attempting to break through to the profound truth realm. When she woke up, Changsheng gently advised her, if you force your cultivation, you'll damage your meridians again. But I have another method for you to achieve a breakthrough. And I believe you can do it, Luoluo remembered. Even my parents doubted me, but Master Changsheng believed in me. In that moment of absolute resolve, the massive gates of the profound truth realm appeared before her spirit. Meanwhile, Guanbai continued to dominate Tang 36, but Tang 36 refused to yield. He launched another fierce slash, which Guanbai easily dodged by leaping backward. Tang 36 immediately shifted to his evening cloud technique to strike again, but Guanbai destroyed the attack with a burst of sword intent, taunting him. Next, you're going to use the Maple Leaf Tide Strike, right? I can predict your every single move. Keep this up and you'll fall before me. Flashbacks flooded Tang 36's mind from his childhood training. He remembered complaining to his elder. First I use Maple Leaf Tide Strike, then Evening Cloud Technique. I'm tired of practicing just these 2 moves. It's so boring, his elder had scolded him gently. Tang, these moves are extraordinary. The Tang family's sword style relies heavily on your state of mind. You must adapt your techniques according to your mental state. If you truly master the 3 moves of the Wanshui style, you will unlock a legendary, unpredictable sword technique. Tang 36 snapped back to reality, remembering a recent conversation with his friends at the Orthodox Academy, where he had warned Changsheng. In the imperial examination, we could face anyone, and the most dangerous opponents are the 7 geniuses of the Divine Kingdom. Facing them is going to be extremely tough for us. Hearing this, Xuan Yuanpo had replied to his master, "I'm not afraid of any genius. My only fear is that if I lose, the reputation of the Orthodox Academy will be tarnished." In that moment, Chen Changsheng had reached out his hand, reassuring them. "I know the road ahead is filled with obstacles. But to be honest, I don't dwell on the difficulties. My entire focus is on moving forward. I don't pressure any of you with the expectation of winning. All I ask is that you give it your absolute and leave no regrets. Miracles happen in this world, and perhaps we can create one too." With those words, all 4 of them had made a solemn promise to give everything they had to conquer the grand examination. Recalling those powerful words flooded Tang 36 with a wave of newfound courage. He declared passionately to Guanbai, "There is nothing in this world that I cannot achieve." Channeling his full aura, Tang 36 charged forward once again to strike Guanbai. Though Guanbai managed to dodge the initial blow, a high-speed sword duel erupted between them. Seeing Tang 36's explosive intensity, even Guanbai was momentarily stunned, thinking, "Has this guy gone completely insane? He's using me to sharpen his own sword intent." And for the very first time in the fight, Tang 36 began to overpower Guanbai. Meanwhile, Princess Luoluo refused to give up as well. Standing before the spiritual threshold, she pushed with all her might against the gates of the profound truth realm. She remembered Changsheng's guidance. "Your body contains the unique meridians of 2 different races, and 3 of your key acupoints are entangled. If we harness your meridians correctly, we can stimulate your latent potential. And that is how you will unlock the gates of the profound truth realm." Following her master's instructions, Princess Luoluo shattered Zhe Xiu's ice trap. Zhe Xiu was stunned. No one had ever broken his technique before. Luoluo immediately began channeling her acupoints. Changsheng had warned her that a single mistake would cause a severe recoil, ruining her cultivation forever. But unwilling to disappoint her master, she pushed her limits, shouting, "I am the daughter of the White Emperor. Surrender is not in my blood." A surge of terrifying spiritual power erupted from her body, manifesting the divine phantom of a white tiger, the sacred White Emperor power. Unleashing super thunderbolts, she pushed towards the profound truth realm. The spectating Tiandao Academy elders were awestruck. She reached the profound truth realm in seconds. She may be young, but she already commands the mountains and seas. Meanwhile, Xuan Yuanpo faced Hanshi, admitting, "You are 1,000 times stronger than me, but as a member of the Bear Clan, I never back down. I won't disappoint Master Changsheng. Even in defeat, I will give my all with 0 regrets." He threw a ferocious punch at Hanshi. Simultaneously, Changsheng shattered DONGHUA Yu's barrage of thousands of flying swords and activated his destiny star power. Yu snapped. "You're still struggling? I hold a powerful master's blade. Let's see how long you last." He summoned millions of phantom swords once again. Changsheng countered calmly, "You rely on someone else's blade, but I rely on my own destiny star." Entering his mind space, Changsheng activated the burning snow blazing blade technique. His destiny star melted the ice, absorbing spiritual energy into his body. Unleashing his final strike, Changsheng froze all of Huayu's millions of swords in a single second, shattering his move and slamming Huayu to the ground as his legendary dragon form erupted. Reaching their peak forms, the Orthodox Academy disciples prepared to crush their foes. Luoluo declared, "We are disciples of the Orthodox Academy. If we win, it will be glorious. If we fall, it will be legendary." Tang 36 ignited flames around Guanbai, activating the 3 moves in one red god technique, a fusion of his family's 3 ultimate styles. He shouted, "Our academy was silent for 20 years, but today it roars like a lion." All 4 launched their final devastating attacks. Xuan Yuanpo put up a heroic fight against Hanshi before falling. But Changsheng, Luoluo, and Tang 36 utterly decimated their opponents, pointing their blades at them in total victory. The crowd erupted in cheers as the Pope smiled warmly. "Today, many bright stars shine in this sky." Though defeated, Xuan Yuanpo smiled, "I lost, but my Orthodox Academy will claim the top rank." Hanshi replied respectfully, "A noble spirit. I look forward to meeting your master, Chen Changsheng." Meanwhile, Jian Zhongjiyong, easily defeated her opponent from the Li Palace. Soon, the top 8 winners were announced. Showdown, Holy Maiden Peak, Holy Maiden Temple, Sima Lu, Zhaoxing Academy, Gohan's, Miss Li Sword Sex Gen, Princess Luoluo Orthodox Academy, Tang 36. Academy, Chen Changsheng Orthodox Academy, Zhaoxing Academy, Tang 36. Changsheng and Luoluo celebrated reaching the top 10 together, dedicating their victory to Xuan Yuanpo. Suddenly, Jian noticed her senior had not exited his gate. Opening the door, she froze in horror. Her seniors lay slaughtered in a pool of blood. The murderer was Zhe Xiu, a ruthless wolf tribe youth from Zhaoxing Academy. His brutal killing styles signals a terrifying new threat for the Orthodox Academy in the rounds to come. As we saw in the last episode, Chen Changsheng and his companions entered the final round of the imperial examination. Facing formidable opponents, they won everyone's respect with their incredible performances. Only Xuan Yuanpo was defeated by the powerhouse Hanshi, while the mysterious youth, Zhe Xiu, brutally slaughtered opponent. Moving forward, the episode opens with a flashback. Cultivators from the Mount Li sword sect arrive on the battlefield to fight demons. Hanshi notes, "The demons are attacking fiercely, this battle won't be easy." Jian Zhongjiang sighs, "We've killed so many demons, yet their numbers keep growing. Will this war ever end?" Fei Bai reassures her, "Your senior is here, Jian. Don't worry, just recover your strength." Suddenly demons attack. The Mount Li disciples fight back valiantly. Fei Bai stays by Jian's side, shielding her from every blow without a care for his own safety. When a demon tries a surprise attack on Jian, Fei Bai leaps in front of her, plunging his sword into its neck, taking a severe wound himself just to keep her safe. Overwhelmed with emotion, Jian cries for him, but Fei smiles. "It's my duty as your senior. If anything happened to you, I'd never forgive myself." After clearing the remaining demons, the other disciples tease Fei Bai. "Brother, you stole all the limelight. Now Jian thinks you're the only good senior here." Fei Bai asks Jian to recite their sect motto, and she responds proudly, "We live together and die together. Victory or defeat, we share it all. As long as we draw breath." The disciples of the Mount Li sword sect never back down. Back in the present, Fei Bai lay critically injured by Zhe Xiu's brutal attack, leaving Jian heartbroken and furious. The spectating crowd murmured in shock. No candidate in the imperial examination has ever been hurt this badly. He might not survive. Enraged, Jian confronts Zhe Xiu. "The rules clearly states once an opponent is on the verge of defeat, you must stop. The purpose of this exam is to test strength, not to murder. You used your power to hurt my senior. You should be ashamed." But Zhe Xiu remains silent. With the first stage of the finals over, the supervisor announces the top 8 qualifiers. Hanshi and Jian, Mount Li sword sect, Zhe Xiu, Zhaoxing Academy, Sima Lu, Fei Capital, Shaolin, Shijian Temple, and the top 3 from the Orthodox Academy, Chen Changsheng, Princess Luoluo, and Tang 36. From the crowd, Xuan Yuanpo cheers at the top of his lungs. Bring home the championship. The next stage begins. Entering her realm, Jian finds herself face to face with Zhe Xiu. Burning for revenge, she draws her heavy sword. "You hurt my senior, now pay the price." She launches a heavy assault, but Zhe Xiu dodges effortlessly. Pushing her back, he says quietly, "I'm sorry about your senior, but I desperately need money, and winning this contest is my only goal." Angered that he harmed her senior for money, Jian strikes again, but Zhe Xiu parries and knocks her unconscious. Though he could have severely injured her, he catches her gently as she falls. The audience gasps in surprise at his gentle gesture. They whisper, "Mad Zhe Xiu actually has a soft side?" He's a bloodthirsty killer who earned massive military merits by slaying countless demons on the battlefield. When his berserk mode activates, he becomes a monster no warrior wants to cross. Hearing this, Xuan Yuanpo prays that Changsheng won't have to face this dangerous killer. Meanwhile, the scene shifts to Changsheng's arena, where his opponent is his own disciple, Princess Luoluo. But instead of fighting, they are sitting peacefully on a boat while Changsheng treats her injuries. Using his golden needles to soothe her meridians, Changsheng scolds her gently. "Never risk your life like that again. That is your master's order." Luoluo grins happily, enjoying her master's care. Observing this, some spectators get furious. This is a martial contest. Why is Changsheng running a medical clinic? Look, they're even eating pastries. This is against the rules. Disqualify them. Xuan Yuanpo retorts, "I never heard a rule against eating pastries during a match." The supervisor quickly checks the rulebook and confirms. There is no mention of pastries here. they haven't broken any rules. So Changsheng and Luoluo casually sip tea and eat pastries, marking a hilarious first in the history of the imperial examination. Elsewhere, Tang 36 faces Sima Lu. Activating his maple leaf technique, Tang 36 defeats him in a single second, boasting, "You aren't even 10% as strong as my previous opponent." Meanwhile, Sholian faces Hanshi. Respecting his overwhelming power, Sholian surrenders immediately, and Hanshi politely thanks her for saving time. The examiner then announces the top 4 qualifiers. Chen Changsheng Orthodox Academy, Tang 36, Mount Lados Sect, Zhe Xiu, Jiaoxing Academy. Master Mei Sha encourages Changsheng. Your dragon bloodline brought you this far, but now you face true monsters. You can't rely on bloodline alone, show us your true capability. As the third stage of the finals both Changsheng and Hanshi wonder, will you be my next opponent? Stepping through the magical doors into their respective battle spaces, Hanshi finds himself facing Tang 36, while Chen Changsheng enters to find Zhe Xiu, sitting calmly and waiting for him. Seeing the matchup announcements, Xuanyuanpo clutched his head in panic. Oh no! The very thing I feared has happened. Princess Luoluo reassured him. You don't need to worry about Tang 36, he's extremely cunning. Little did she know, Xuanyuanpo wasn't worried about Tang 36. He was terrified for Changsheng facing the bloodthirsty mad Zhe Xiu. Meanwhile, in their battle space, Hanshi observed Tang 36's severe wounds. Your injuries are far too critical. I advise you to forfeit this match. Unsheathing his sword with a cool grin, Tang 36 retorted, I think you should worry about yourself instead. Hanshi raised his blade, sighing. Why are you Orthodox Academy disciples so stubborn? You never know when to step back. Hanshi activated an advanced defensive formation. Tang 36 scoffed. Your concealed shield is useless against me. Watch me shatter it with my new sword technique. Unleashing his Maple Forest Burning Sing Sun technique, a single slash obliterated Hanshi's shield. Impressed, Hanshi praised, you destroyed my eternal light shield in one strike. What a magnificent technique. A fierce clash erupted between them. Watching from the audience, the Mount Li sect master muttered, only Chu Shanjun can truly beat Hanshi. Tang 36 ignited flames across the arena, earning more respect from Hanshi. However, Tang 36 was completely exhausted. Hanshi leaped forward for his final, decisive strike, leaving everyone holding their breath. But as Hanshi closed in, Tang 36 suddenly yelled, I forfeit! Hanshi slammed on his spiritual brakes, stopping mid-air in shock. Collapsing onto the ground to rest, Tang 36 chuckled. That last move drained my entire true essence. I knew I couldn't beat you, but I wanted to show off a little. And look, it worked, you even praised me. Hanshi laughed. You are truly an intriguing person. Tang 36 added, be glad my true essence ran out. Even if I couldn't defeat you, I would have worn you out. But remember this, your final opponent will be Chen Changsheng, my master. And I guarantee he'll give you the fight of your life. The scene shifts to Chen Changsheng and mad Zhe Xiu. Zhe Xiu declared coldly, there's a massive bounty on your head. If you lose, I get all the money, and I desperately need cash. He launched a relentless assault. Dodging swiftly, Changsheng asked, did you enter the imperial examination just to earn money? Formed of pure true essence, Changsheng's sword met Zhe Xiu's claws. Zhe Xiu growled, yes, I need money, lots of it. He activated his bloodwolf form, forcing Changsheng to unleash a defensive slash. Leaping close, Zhe Xiu slashed with ray-sharp claws. Changsheng barely dodged, thinking, my dragon bloodline grants me immense strength and speed, but his demonization technique allows him to match my pace effortlessly. His skills are extraordinary. Taking advantage of Changsheng's slight distraction, Zhe Xiu grazed him. But as Changsheng's dragon blood dripped, the sweet scent triggered a violent reaction inside Zhe Xiu. His heart hammered wildly as he gasped, no, not again. Confused by his enemy's sudden agony, Changsheng used his dragon-breathing technique to freeze Zhe Xiu inside an ice crystal prison. But with a terrifying roar, Zhe Xiu shattered the ice prison. His body began mutating violently as he warned Changsheng, run now. Once this takes over, one of us will die. Erupting with horrific aura, Zhe Xiu transformed into a terrifying direwolf, snarling viciously. The audience panicked. Prince Chen Lu gasped, he's entered berserk mode. His true essence is boosted 1,000-fold. He has become a god of slaughter, General Shushiji added. The last time he went berserk, he slaughtered thousands of demons single-handedly. Changsheng is finished. Zhe Xiu lunged, overpowering Changsheng's slashes. Changsheng realized, my meridians are broken, so I can't rely on normal cultivation. Burning my destiny star gives me true essence, but doing it continuously will destroy me. I need to figure out what's wrong with him. Dodging a barrage of attacks, Changsheng watched as Zhe Xiu summoned phantom clones, causing a massive explosion that enveloped the arena in thick smoke. General Shushiji smirked. The match is over. Changsheng is either dead or severely crippled. Princess Luoluo and Xuan Yuanpo watched in horror. But as the smoke cleared, Changsheng stood completely unharmed. He had used his ice barrier to destroy all of Zhe Xiu's clones. Listening intently, Changsheng noticed Zhe Xiu's erratic heartbeat and reversed blood flow. This isn't demonization. 3,000 Taoist scriptures mention this. The human body has 12 main meridians, but his body possesses a hidden 13th meridian. When his blood flows too fast, his soul becomes unstable, turning him into a mindless beast. This is soul loss syndrome. Realizing Zhe Xiu wasn't evil but suffering from a tragic disease, Changsheng felt deep empathy. As Zhe Xiu lunged again, Changsheng summoned his golden needles. I must use my acupuncture needles to stabilize his meridians, piercing the first needle into Zhe Xiu's forehead. The demon palace point, a surge of energy burst forth. General Shushiji yelled in anger. Is Changsheng trying to deactivate his berserk mode mid-combat? The Mount Li sect master shook his head. That's impossible. Ignoring the crowd, Changsheng struck the second point on his hand, Demon Faith, and the third on his leg, Demon Rampant, followed by Demon Heart. General Shushiji stood up in disbelief. The Pope revealed with a warm smile. That is the legendary 13 Demon Needles technique. Prince Chenlu gasped. That medical art was lost 200 years ago. How can Changsheng perform it? Piercing 12 needles into key acupoints, Changsheng added fire element power to the 13th needle, Demon Seal, and plunged it in to suppress the chaotic spirit. A blinding surge of energy erupted as Zhe Xiu's berserk state faded. The needles fell out, but the job was done. His soul was stabilized, and Zhe Xiu collapsed, unconscious. As he fell, a tragic memory flashed in Zhe Xiu's mind. As a child, these sudden fits caused townsfolk to view him as a cursed monster, demanding his mother chain him up or kill him to protect the town. Flashbacks haunted Zhe Xiu, his mother weeping, begging healers to save her son. But the doctor sighed. His madness is unique. We have medicines to control it, but they are far too expensive for you. Desperate, his mother sacrificed everything, sinking deep into debt just to keep him normal. But despite her efforts, she passed away. On that tragic day, young Zhe vowed, I may not control my madness, but I will use it to slaughter demons. I'll earn military merits, win the prize money, and pay off every debt you took for me. Memories of childhood torture and humiliation rushed back, punished for a disease he never chose. But in his darkness, Chen Changsheng reached out a gentle hand to lift him up. Aside from his mother, Changsheng was the only person who ever showed him genuine compassion. Back in the present, Changsheng supported the exhausted Zhe Xiu. Relax your mind and control your breathing. Your spirit will stabilize. Following his instructions, Zhe Xiu felt his berserk state vanish completely. For the very first time, he hadn't hurt anyone during his rage, because he was facing the wisest mind in the world. Zhe Xiu gasped in disbelief. You helped me regain my senses so easily? Changsheng explained. Your extra meridian makes controlling your power nearly impossible. That's why you accidentally injured Senior Feibai, even though you had no intention to. Surprised, Zhe Xiu asked, I am your opponent. Why are you helping me? Changsheng smiled. When your berserk mode activated, you warned me to run. That proved you never wanted to hurt anyone. That's why I helped you. As consciousness faded, Zhe Xiu whispered softly, Please, cure my illness, before collapsing peacefully into Changsheng's arms. The audience gasped in absolute shock. General Shushiji couldn't believe his eyes. Changsheng won using his healing arts. The elders marveled. Neither his speed nor his knowledge can be matched. Such a genius appears only once in 1,000 years, Prince Chenlu added in admiration. I've never seen such a noble soul. He didn't just defeat his opponent, he saved him. Outside the arena, Tang 36 teased Xuan Yuanpo. Hey Rhino, you got beaten up pretty badly, Xuan Yuanpo retorted. Look in a mirror. You look worse than me. How are you even alive? Tang 36 smirked. I'm wondering why Hanshi didn't slice off your loud tongue first. Finally, the stage was set for the ultimate showdown. Chen Changsheng and Hanshi stood face to face as the crowd erupted in roaring cheers. The final clash of the imperial examination was about to begin, and with that, the episode ends. Thank you so much for watching.